Welcome everyone to the War of Mind, Dr. Ayub versus Nawaz Khan. Dr. Ayub has played d4 the queen's pawn opening and Nawaz Khan has played the e6. Okay, the defense has changed to the Benoni's defense and let's see how will they continue the game. The standard pattern is followed. All the modern and theoretical patterns have been done. Let's see what will be played next. That was a smart move, but according to the computer, that says that knight to f6 is a better move in order to attack the center. Okay, the game continues in this point. Everything is okay since we see that the position is yet equal. There isn't any advantage from both the sides. And the castle is done by Dr. Ayub. Now, that was a little bit inaccurate because your other pieces or bishop path was open and it has gotten closed. Okay, the castle is done. Actually, I got late, so that move to f4 I missed, so I just do it my own self. Now let's see how Nawaz Khan responds. Nawaz has played from a side b6, and that was a good move since the knight is indulged on the both sides of the center. The knight rook is activated. That was also an amazing move in order to activate the bishops inside the game. The rooks will be connected soon. The game is totally opened for the white. Now this was a little bit inaccurate according to the engine. Now this was a mistake because the bishop on g file is totally closed. If the pawn was passed, so that would get activated. But right now, black bishop is not doing any further function. Dr. Ayub has returned back the knight since in order to get a positional place inside the game. Okay. So that according to the computer is inaccurate, but according to the human mind, that's quite okay because we are not computers actually. Both the rooks are in the same line, both rook battery was there. Again, the engine says that please move your f5 pawn so that the bishop may get inside the game, but they didn't do it. And Dr. Ayub has placed the h4, h5 instead of the f5, which would be a better move. The knight is attacked, the pawn is taken back, captured. Now let's see how will Doctor responds. The knight is retreated. And the bishop is now, that's a good tactics. If the pawn captures the bishop, then the rook will be inside the game and it will capture back the piece. The bishop is inside the game and everything is okay. Nawaz here is the pawn ahead. Let's see how will Dr. Ayub be able to capture the pawn again. Okay, the knight is captured, the bishop, the rooks are inside the game. Positionally, I prefer the black's place because the rooks are in better position. And syntax the center, the pawn is captured and everything is fine. Okay, we do see that the bishop has retreated. That's a good move. That's a good move because the queen will be inside the game after the passing to the f5 pawn. Now the rook has returned back. Nawaz was having a better move in order to pass the f5 pawn in order to open the bishops, but it wasn't done. Now Dr. Ayub has totally cleansed the pawn support. Now it has remained totally disconnected. But on the other side, rooks has gotten connected and the knight is captured. A good move. Okay, it's captured by the queen. I thought that he would do with the king, but again it's just fine. Now the pawn is attacked, the rook is attacked too, and everything is okay. Now that was a good move. Oh, this is the blunder done by Nawaz because there will be a fork. What? Oh, doctors couldn't see the fork or might be he has calculated something better, but I thought that he would work the queen and the rook. Now Nawaz is attacked for a checkmate, brilliantly saved by Doctor by giving a check and saving the mat. The rook is activated too. Now white has gotten a better advantage in this position. If the rook gives a check, the queen has already taken the path. Knight is on the side. Everything is quite good. Well, he saved the queen. Okay, first of all, he has given the check. The check is saved with the bishop. That's good. Knight is back. Now, agent says that if you pass out the pawn, if the rook captures your queen, then you'll capture with the check and the other knight will be inside the game. But again, it's fine. It's fine. The position is totally okay for white. Nawaz Khan. Now, this is inaccurate because there will be a knight attack. Knight will get a better square and the rook has to move back. And Doctor has found the move and he has done the same. Now the rook has to move again. It means that a move is wasted in this position. Now what will Doctor play in this position? The rook is, that's all good. The position is totally fine. Okay, captured and captured back is there. Everything is fine, everything is fine. Okay, knight has brought inside the game. Now the knight could give a... Okay, now this was a little bit inaccurate. Before that, if the knight came, the rook would move, then the pawn would move and save the knight and the position would be great. Now Nawaz Khan has done a brilliant move because the rook is totally free for him. Okay, now this is the blunder done. This was the blunder. If the knight... Okay, so Nawaz Khan has also blundered. If the knight was about to capture the bishop, then that position would be free. If the queen takes the bishop, then it would be a mat in the next move. That was a free bishop that Nawaz Khan couldn't see. Actually, that was the pattern of the time because both the players were having less time. So that's why this thing happens. The bishops are exchanged. The time is done and Nawaz Khan has lost by time. Let's see the game review. Everything is fine. Let's see how much accuracy do they have. Doctor has having 76.5 accuracy, right? And Nawaz Khan was having 74.6, quite similar. 0 brilliant moves, 3 great moves by Doctor and 1 great moves by Nawaz, and 13 best moves by Nawaz and 11 best moves by Doctor. There was an adjustment where I found 75.7 by Doctor and 74.7 accuracy by Nawaz. And this was the game.